Hi everyone, Donna McElvaney back again with more planned pulling. And I had just finished this one. In fact, I've got the video loading up right now. So this is the one I had just completed. And I really like how this washcloth came out. It's got the X right in the middle. You could also change it around to where the blue would X in the middle if you wanted it to do that. And the way that I kind of measure mine, I like mine to be square. And as I'm crocheting and working on it, I actually check it and see if it's nice and square. And of course you can also tell by the design itself, the 3 reds are on each side here and here. Okay, so now this time, all right, so I'm going to be using what's left. The other one that I had done, I had actually took it all apart because it was too wide. I didn't like the size of it, so I actually changed it. I ripped it all out, rolled it back up into a ball. This is Peaches and Cream, and this colorway is Nautilus. I like it, Nautical. It's Nautical. I think I wrote Nautilus on the video. I had to fix that if I did. I like it because it's red, white, and blue. I love America, patriotic. I'm from Texas, and of course the Lone Star flag, and it's beautiful colors. All right, so this time I am going to do intentional striping. I had mentioned in my other video how cool it would be to do the striping, so that's what I'm going to do with this one. Whenever I start out, I haven't gone into detail with this on my other videos. What I do is I pick it up like this, I spin it around like that, and then I just kind of grip that, and that's how I start to crochet. And I do it so fast, I don't even pay attention as far as kind of pointing out what I do and how I do that. It just goes by so quickly. I just whip it right out. So instead of going through an entire repeat, we know the repeat. We know it's red, white, blue, white, and then it goes back to red. I'm not going to crochet through all of that because I already know. So basically, I just need to crochet long enough to where I know exactly how long this is going to be. And this is actually my starting chain was on this side up here, I think. No, it was this one. This was my starting chain. So just a section of white and a section of red was all that was needed. So this is a section of white and a section of blue. All right, so starting with my white. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go into the 4th one on this one to give it some more room. Make sure that I do have, yes, I have plenty of room here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did not count this one on my hook this time. I've done yarned over. I'm not supposed to yarn over. All right. And I am doing the modified puffs on all of this. So I yarn over, pull up like I'm going to do a single crochet, yarn over again, go back into the same spot in the same hole, yarn over, pull up again. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on my hook, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, chain 1, skip 1, do the exact same thing here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over into the hole, yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 of those, single crochet, skip 1, I'm sorry, I said single crochet when I meant to say chain 1, skip 1, into the hole, you don't yarn over here, you yarn over here. Barbie, did you really just do that? Oh, bad girl. Bad girl. You are lucky I'm in the middle of a video. Oh, that heifer dog. She just stole a pizza crust off of my daughter's plate. All right, I chained one, skip one, go in like I'm going to do a single crochet. Now the pinks are part of the reds, as we learned in the last one. I had 4 on the hook, pull through all 4. All right, so I'm going to speed along here. I'm going to presume that this is not your first pulling video of mine that you've watched, or anyone else's for that matter. If it is, don't worry, you will catch on fast. All right, so this is the moss stitch pattern, only instead of doing it in single crochets, I am doing it in modified puffs. And a modified puff is what I call what I just did. Not even sure what to call it, if there is an actual name for the stitch. I call it a modified puff. Because it's not a full puff stitch. Half puff, whatever. All right, so I know from my previous one that I had done that I'm going to get 3 of these of each color. So this is like split and stuff, and typically with plain pulling, whenever you're doing the moss stitch, you don't want split legs and such. And this one here is too, with the pink and stuff in it. This being a washcloth, I'm just going to keep going. So you can go back and fix those to where they don't look like that, to where they're not as muddy, to where like this pink would go more into this red. What I could do, because I have some white going into the blue, so I'm going to have to back up here and go ahead and fix this. So I'm going to loosen up this white one to eat up some of that white. My accent does come and go. That's what happens whenever you're out of Texas for a while. Okay, so now it's more. I'm going to do one more. Sorry. I'm going to go through these quickly though. All right, so I'm loosening these up to where I'm making them not so muddy. If you want to fast forward, you can do that. If you want to continue following along because you're still catching up, then that's great too. Just let it play until you get to where you need to be. Pause it, do whatever you need to do. Pause it, get onto your dog. Or pause it to get your cat off your lap. I have to do that. I've got one sitting beside me and another one at my feet. And now poor Ken is looking for crumbs because Barbie just did it. I did not name my dogs. It's cute names though, yes. Ken is a rescue. He's a pit bull we got from the pound. They named him Ken because they love our Barbie. So we're friends with them, with the vet and the family, and they love our Barbie. So they had a white pit bull puppy come in. He was about 6 months old at the time, and he had been hit by a car. So he had a broken hip and stuff, and they called us to let us know, hey, we have a white pit bull and we named him Ken because you have Barbie. And I'm like, no. Well, so much for that, because Ken is now with us and we just love him. He is such a great dog. I tell you what, rescue dogs they are just amazing. They're the best dogs ever. They really are. Let's see here. I want to loosen this one up to get this more, the blue. Oh my goodness, my cat. The one who is at my feet is now right there. Yes, she is. Okay, sweetheart. All right, I was loosening this up. Shucks, stop. You're gonna have to move, sweetheart. And I didn't loosen it up very well because I'm distracted by my shug bugs. Shug bugs. All right, sweetheart, go over there. Thank you. If I could do edit features using the app that's on my phone, I could edit these a lot better, but I haven't figured out how to do it from my phone. All right, so here we are going to be doing intentional stacking. So I'm excited about this, about the way that this is going to look. So if you're wanting to, you can like make a whole set of these. With the argyle, you can make it to where the X is in the middle. X is in the middle. You can make it to where the red forms an X in the middle. You can make it to where the blue forms an X in the middle. You can make it to where it stacks. And that would be like a 3 washcloth set. That's not a bad idea. All right, so I've got 3 white, 3 red, 3 white, and 3 blue. Chain 2 turn. And now I'm going to go back and repeat the same. 3, 3, and 3. All right, so I'm going to go a little quicker here. Hopefully not to get interrupted again by barking dogs, dogs stealing pizza crusts, cats climbing on the lap. Hopefully nobody knocking at the door. Nope, she's just going to walk across the floor with her claws. With her nails. All right, tighten that up a little bit. So I'm going into that chain space that I've created with each one. See, chain space right there. Get away from there. You are already in trouble. Now go lay down. She's a good girl. I can't ever stay mad at her long. And she knows it. She's anywhere from 10 to 12 years old. Honestly, I don't know how old she is. She was my daughter's dog, and somebody had owned her before my daughter got her. And then my daughter had moved. She'd moved a few times, come back home. After a few times, I didn't let her take Barbie with her again. I made her leave her with me until she was settled enough. And then even after she was settled enough, I still wouldn't let her take her. Especially because we had Ken, and Ken would just be completely lost without his Barbie. And honestly, I didn't even like pit bulls. No, heck no. No pit bulls. Whenever she moved back home with this pit bull, I said, you chain her all the way out there on the other side of the fence. Don't let no kids get near her. Okay. So, here we got. Now we turn again. Here is where we would actually want to begin the argyle pattern. But instead of beginning the argyle pattern, I'm going to be intentionally doing stripes. So, which is plain and simple. 1, 2, 3. I just keep on going with the pattern. So I've got the 3 whites, 3 red, 3 white, and 3 blue. So I'm just going to keep going here. So I made her chain her up all the way outside that fence, and none of her younger siblings were allowed to go anywhere near this pit bull because there was no way. I didn't trust them. I believed all the hype about them and how bad they were, and that they could turn on you, that they, can't be trusted, that they're just vicious, they're attack dogs. And Barbie changed my way of thinking and all that. So now she's an inside dog. I can't bear to have her outside. She hates the outside. the cold is just too much for her, and it's just not fair. So she's my girl. All right, so see, we are striping, we are stacking. Now there is pink that goes into the red, and that's just the way that the reds are going to be. And they're same thing with the blue. There's some lighter blue shades that lead into the blue. 3 whites on top of 3 whites. Pulling out some more of this here. Cannot believe she just walked over there and stole that right in front of me. I guess she figured, ha ha ha, you are not going to get up right now because I know you're sitting there for a while. And you're just jabbering on and talking, and you ain't even paying a bit of attention to me. And even if you are, I'm still going to make it away with this pizza. So here I've turned, and I am continuing on with stacking. This is actually my first intentionally stacked project. Everything else I've done has been argyle pulling. And I tell you what, stacking is easier than trying to make it argyle. Trying to make it offset by 1. It's easier to see. So here I just have a little bit of pink left, and I'm just going to do 1 single crochet there. And onward to the whites on top of the white. Oh, I just yarned over. If I've done that on some other stitches, I apologize. That's probably why my red might even be short, but oh well. So intentionally stacking to make it stripe out. Oh, am I holding it too close to me? Sorry. Gotta try to keep it inside the frame. Alright, it called to use an H hook that's on the label. Whenever I'm doing any pulling project, I look at the label to see what size hook that the manufacturer recommends, because generally that is the easiest one that it will pull with. It's not the only one that it will pull with though, but that's the one that I use first. Alright, so my blues are nice and stacking up here. And now here comes cat number 3. Ugh. And he's my chunk because he's big. Nope, chunk. You can't even walk across me, dude. Good. He's a big, fat, orange tabby. Like Garfield. So I've got all this extra white here, but I already have my 3 whites. So I'm going to loosen this up. If I have to pull an extra loop through, I can always do that also. And it looks like I'm going to have to pull a bunch of extra loops through. So sometimes you will have that where you have way long extra than what you should have. So I'm going to make it 4 into this one. I always say 4, but it's not. It's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 6. Chain 1. So that, I think that is an actual puff stitch to go through it 3 times. So that's a regular puff stitch. Bean stitch. That's a bean stitch. That's right. That is a bean stitch. So that's not even a puff stitch yet. That's a bean stitch. I made some ear warmers out of the bean stitch, and did I make a cowl out of one? No, a friend of mine though from church, Heart Made by Tina, is her page. She's not on YouTube, but she has a Facebook page called Heart Made by Tina, and she does some beautiful work too. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do a chain one between this. So I just have to go into that here. Check the back side to make sure that I didn't split the V. So here it looks like I've split something. But if I look at the front, it's where I'm supposed to split it at. So we're good. Okay. Did you see that okay? All right. So her page is Heart Made by Tina. She makes some really cool stuff. And she did a bean stitch cowl. A couple of them, actually. I think she made them for her family for Christmas gifts. And it was really, really cool, really pretty. So she showed me that. And then that's whenever I made some headbands out of it. Shout out to Tina. Her and I go to church together. And I am going to have to eat up even more white. So she is awesome. She is a prayer warrior, an amazing spiritual leader, an amazing friend. I've got some great friends, some great spiritual people at my church, a great church family. I'm First Assembly, so it's Pentecostal. And just a great church family. If you've ever been burned by church family, a lot of people don't go back to church because of that reason. But and that can be very difficult whenever you're hurt by people, by members of church. That can make it hard. And that's happened to me before too. But it doesn't mean you should give up on God or give up on church people. Church family is just like your regular family, you know. People can be hurtful. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes not intentionally. But we go to church for God. And we always want to help others and stuff, so. Always go where God leads you to go. God's got a place for you. If you haven't found that place yet, don't give up. Should I do another one here? Okay. Get away from there. You done got the pizza crust. Now walk away. I'm barking at her. She's sniffing for crumbs. I wish the red was more distinguished there in the middle. But it's all blotchy. It would be so much better if it weren't so blotchy like that. I could try another one where I had the blues in the middle, because the blues aren't as splotchy as those reds are. Oh, I wish you would settle, Barbie girl. go. I still chain 2 when I turn. Isn't that cool? Love it. So I am going to continue on with this. And when I post the video, I will have this, the picture of this, as the thumbnail. As the, and the thumbnail is like the first picture that you see right beside the video. That has like the video name to it. And then it has the picture of it. And that picture is the thumbnail. So this finished washcloth will be the thumbnail pic. I've got some other projects I am working on. I am also thinking about working on. So shaded dusk has been a hot topic now for quite some time. I have shaded dusk. I tried it once a long time ago. I was, I don't know, we were on a trip, maybe to a doctor's office or something. And it was a nice long drive. So I took it with me. My husband was driving, of course. And so I was like, well, this should be simple. You know, all these colors are, you know, there's just 3, 4, 5 color changes tops. I don't recall. It's sitting over there in the corner. So it shouldn't be too bad. Until I started doing it, and none of the dark blues were the same lengths. And I was like, oh, this is terrible. You know, not another macaw. And I just love how that looks. So I really haven't picked it back up since. So I think I'm going to get it out. I'm going to do some measurements on it. Measure out the blues. See if I can find the repeating pattern to it. And I'm going to do that first before I attempt a video with it. Don't start barking now. So that's my plan with the shaded dusk. I'm also working on neon stripes to bring to you a granny stripes video. So I have a little bit, I have 2, so I'm just going to do a single crochet like so. So I'm also going to be doing a granny stripes video using neon stripes. And what I'm really hoping to do with it also is to use my camcorder for it, my video camera, so that I can hopefully access some editing modes on it instead of just using my camera. Instead of just using my phone for all my videos, which I haven't been able to really edit videos. So I'm going to be using my video camera in hopes that I will be able to edit, because that one is definitely going to need some editing whenever I do begin it, I feel. So that will be an adventure. I will have to then load it up to my laptop in order to edit and stuff and get on YouTube and do all that. So the only problem is that I'm going to have to go someplace to use Wi-Fi. We don't have Wi-Fi at home. We don't have internet at home. Many reasons and stuff. That's just our choosing. All right. This is looking amazing. So as Dave Ramsey says, it's just below the line. And, you know, whenever those certain bills fell below the line, that's where they stayed. And we have done great without it. And whenever I do need to use something more complicated than just what's on my phone, then I go to the library and I use the library computer. So I can always take my laptop to the library. I've done that before. And take it over to a friend's house, use hers. there's always plenty of resources out there that are at our disposal that we use that are handy. And praise God, we are thankful for those and thankful for our friends, thankful for opportunities to reach out to others and to be a blessing to others as they are a blessing to us. And I love how this is looking, all these stripes, purposeful stripes. Isn't that great? Okay, I'm going to finish this up. Here's the other one. And so pretty cool, huh? I really like it how it's looking. And then, like I said, I was working on some stripes, these kind of stripes, on pulling stripes. And as you can see, it is striping. So I'm going to finish on working on that. That's neon stripes. That will be in an upcoming video. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and God bless you all. Happy pulling, happy stripes. And even with those, that is still pulling. You are still making it go into a pattern that you want it to do, and it's pulling in a pattern. Remember, don't take a fluoroquinolone antibiotic unless your life depends on it, because it could take your life. Cipro and Levaquin have known to have killed people, even with just one dose. So always be cautious. If you don't have anthrax or the plague, then ask for a different antibiotic. Your doctor should comply and give you something else. If not, you need a different doctor. Seriously, for real. And yeah, because Levaquin, I'm still damaged from Levaquin. So yeah, that's my PSA I like to do. I like to give a shout out for. And you guys just have a great day and continue your pulling, whatever it is that you like. If there's something in particular you'd like me to do, I do have a list of things that I need to work on, but I would love to be able to add something, especially if I can get my hands on it. If I'm able to find it somewhere and get it, I would love to help you guys out. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking, thanks for sharing and watching, and happy pulling to you all, and God bless.